November 12th, 2019. Justine and our team traveled back to Brooklyn, New York. Back to where her story all began. This is her story.
Yo! Open the door. I'm not gonna go in the house. It's nothing crazy. I just want to film something in the hallway about my testimony and my story and where I was. All right.
My name is Justine. I'm 27 years old. I grew up in this building. My single mother raised me in this building. I'm the last out of 7 kids, and growing up was hard. I grew up, I remember going to the welfare office and having to sleep on my mom's lap while we were waiting for her to get a one-shot deal because she couldn't pay the rent. Then it started to go to me when I started having to go to the welfare office because I needed food stamps and I needed things that I couldn't provide for myself. I dropped out of high school, and I just became a product of my environment. I started smoking weed, I started drinking in this building, and I lived upstairs on the 3rd floor, is where I got raped and molested. And where I started acting out, that's when I started acting out, that's when I started drinking, that's when I started smoking weed, that's when I started fighting. That's when things started taking a turn in my life, and I couldn't get out of the cycle. I just prayed to God every day. Even though I didn't go to church, I was still praying. Take me out of this, Lord, please. I don't want to be in this situation anymore. The only person that I ever could talk to was my mom. She was my best friend. And she passed away June 3rd, 2018 from stage 4 lung cancer. And it happened rapidly. It happened real fast. I remember still being in my addiction while she was dying right in front of my eyes. Like, I would drink in front of her. The hospice people would come and I would have to leave. I would have to leave the room. I didn't want to see my mom like that. And then when she passed away, I moved in with my sister to Long Island. And from the outside looking in, I was good. Everything was good. I had a job. I was working at David's Bridal. I had money in my pocket. My family was proud of me. But on the inside, I was still grieving the loss of my mom. On the inside, I was still angry. I was still that person. I was still here, basically. And I ran away. I ran away from my family. I ran away from my job, and I came back to this building. And I was still continuing to drink. I was trying to commit suicide. I miss my mom. People in this building used to call the cops on me all the time, and people in this building was walking over my body. And this is the building where I picked up the phone call. My sister called me and she told me about coming to Teen Challenge, and she called me and she told me to go to her best friend's house and that she was gonna pick me up. And I was like, you know what, I'm over it. I surrendered myself to God and I said, just take me. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in this position anymore.
While we were in the neighborhood filming, Justine had a chance to minister to one of her old friends. Here is that encounter.
You're welcome.
You don't need to live like this anymore. You don't need to live like this anymore. You could get out, please. You don't need to live like this anymore. This building isn't good. This house isn't good. You need to get out and see where God wants to take you. All right? I love you.
I love you too.
I love you for real. And this isn't street love. This isn't oh, I could give you something. Let me buy you a bottle. Let me buy you weed. Let me get you something. No, this is my heart telling you I love you. This is God telling you He loves you. You are His child. And you don't need to live like this anymore. You don't need to live like this anymore. And if I could do it, man, if I could do it, you know what I've been through. If I could do it, you could do it. It took me losing my mother, losing my mom, for me to understand that He's calling me. I have a calling. You have a calling. You have a purpose. And it sucks to lose one parent. You know what I mean? I didn't have my dad. You need to do this for you, please. I love you, okay?
Take my number down.
When I first came into the doors of Teen Challenge, I had zero compassion. But the women in the house, they showed me love that I never felt before in my whole entire life. And where God is taking me now is I am finally working on getting my GED. I'm going on a mission trip to the Dominican Republic, and I've never been on a plane before. My mom passed away. I wrote a list of all the places that I wanted to go. Dominican Republic was not on that list. Missionary trip was not the topic of anything. So I'm getting on a plane for the first time, and you know, this is a girl coming from Brooklyn, New York, who all she knew about was selling drugs, drinking, smoking, being in the hallway, just hanging out, doing nothing with her life, that's actually going on a mission trip to the Dominican Republic, that's getting her GED. I am determined now. I love who I am now, and I'm more focused in my life. And the scripture that I stand on is, she is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever she does prospers. Psalms 1:3. So if you or someone you know needs help, give Teen Challenge a call. 631-321-7070. Or visit our website at nyatc.org.